Cancer ascendant. Now, in case of Cancer, Saturn will be in the 8th house. It is retrograding in the 8th house. And a retrograde Saturn in the Ashtama Bhava brings tremendous amount of transformation, a transformation that you have never seen before. See, 8th house is the darkest house. It is the house which is the kind of a blind spot, and things are really invisible. Things are really, unheard of. It's a house full of surprises, secrets. And when Saturn goes there, it wants to bring your focus and it wants to work on these deep hidden desires, deep secrets, and the knowledge that has been till now not found. So a retrograde Saturn in the Ashtama Bhava talks about research, talks about digging the earth and trying to find like the archaeological evidence of your existence. You will have to revisit your past, touch base on the dark realities of the life, maybe a past that you don't want to remember, but you will have to handshake with that past and learn something from that. And if you're holding on to something which is hurting you from a long time, this retrograde Saturn will help you get released from the clutches of such kind of emotions. Especially if you are a Cancer moon sign, then this becomes Ashtamadhyaya for you. And a retrograde Saturn wants you to focus on the darkest area of life, the pain areas of life, and wants you to throw away all the negativity. And it will be a churning and a grinding process. For all those Cancer natives, I know you will be scared because of an Ashtama Saturn, but there is nothing to be scared. You know the reason? That Jupiter is in Kendra to your ascendant or to your moon sign. Jupiter is in Aries zodiac sign, and then the movement of Jupiter is towards your ascendant. So Jupiter is aspecting your second house. And because Jupiter aspects your Dvitiya Bhava, the second house, you don't need to worry, but you have to bring your focus to find creative, constructive solutions to long-standing problems, disputes, inheritance-related matters. Also, the career or the family issues of your spouse, if you are married, will trouble you during this time, and you will have to put your attention there. Saturn might bring problems in your health to slow you down, bring problems in your career to slow you down, will place hurdles so that you slow down. You can get problems related to feet, knees, ankles, injuries, especially if you are very active, very sporty. If your Mars is extremely strong, say if your Mars is in Capricorn, this retrograde Saturn will work negatively on you. And Saturn being the master of time and occult, a retrograde Saturn in the 8th house means nothing will happen as per the timeline. No matter how much you plan, something or the other will be a misfit. So try to follow plans, but always have contingency and backup whenever there is a retrograde Saturn, at least for Cancer ascendant for the next 2 years. Now for the 7th house, if we consider marriage, a sudden marriage is on the card. Reconciliation might happen because it's a retrograde Saturn in the 8th house. Tensions which are prevailing with the in-laws, you will have to accept things and try to mend the relation. See, it is very easy to break something and it is very hard to maintain it. A retrograde Saturn wants you to rework on that and maintain. You can say a retrograde Saturn is like either it is rapid rusting of iron or it is rejuvenation, removal of the rust and bring the iron back to its glory. So retrograde Saturn can reinstate your position, your authority, your power. So don't underestimate this 8th house Shani. Its third aspect on the 10th house can actually work wonders for your career, give you back, hand over back the reputation, and you will see that your public image will improve. Especially if you are into politics, this is a very important retrograde Saturn for you. Your entire image, your entire career depends on this. Because the public 8th house is also the voice of public opinion about you. One thing is 4th house, which is like, what does the world think about you? But then in a certain professional front, if you talk about public opinion, then you also have to consider 8th house because it is second from 7th house. Also, Saturn will aspect the second house directly So this retrograde Saturn would want you to buy insurance policies, go for financial security, work on your savings. So it will correct any impractical decisions taken by you for finances. So expect some twists and turns in your financial area, which will force you to save more money, maybe possibly invest, cancel one investment, put into some other investment. So playing around with your investment and thinking about new ways to save money is the ideal financial planning when Saturn is retrograde in the 8th house. Also, this is the time when your spouse might see a great financial growth. So don't be jealous. Support. Saturn will give you change and stability, and Saturn will give you growth to your spouse. For people who want to get married, this can be a blessing. Suddenly, something can happen, and even some remedies might happen. And the doshas of the Kundli, especially if you have a marriage-related problem in your chart, this is the best time to correct any kind of dosha, any kind of problems in your chart, because you might meet your prospect life partner. Remember, the Saturn is there to change you. If you are flexible, you will see that the Saturn will give you best things in life. Don't think that 8th house Saturn is negative. It will only be negative if you lock horns with Shani, and then you won't be able to win. You will have to mend your ways and fall back to the plan that Saturn has for you. When all the planets are in your support, it is best that we bow down in gratitude, thank them to guide us, and move as per their wish. Then our wish will also be fulfilled. It's a mutual respect towards the planets.